right then, here we are. You've made it. Time to switch off, isn't it? I'm here to walk you through the most spectacularly dull place you could ever imagine. A library so mind-numbingly boring that you'll drift off before you even realize it's happening. We're talking about beige walls, the faint smell of old paper, and a librarian who makes watching paint dry seem thrilling. Sounds perfect, doesn't it? Stick with me, and I promise you'll be gone before you know it. Let's ease into this, shall we? Before we step foot in that library, I want you to settle. Properly settle. I'm going to count backwards from 10, and with each number, I want you to sink a little deeper into wherever you're lying. Let everything go. 10. Feel what's underneath you right now. Your bed, the pillow cradling your head, the weight of the duvet, all of it's holding you up, supporting you, and beneath it, the floor, and beneath that, the earth itself. Solid, constant, always there. The more you notice that support, the more you can release, just let go. 9. You're safe here. Completely safe. My voice is just a mate, guiding you somewhere, soft and quiet. Nothing to worry about, nothing to fear, just calm, just peace. 8. Bring your attention to your breathing now. Don't force it, just notice. Italiano? Maybe take a slow breath in through your nose when you're ready, and then let it out gently. Do that again if it feels right. In and out. And with every breath you release, let a bit more tension slip away. 7. Scan through your body now. Yeah, start with your feet. Are they tense? Let them relax. Move up to your calves, your thighs. Maybe there's tightness in your stomach, your chest, your back. Let it soften. Your shoulders, always holding so much, let them drop. Your arms, your hands, uncurl them. Your neck, your jaw, even your face. I bet you're holding tension there without even knowing it. Let it all melt away. 6. Today's done. Whatever happened, happened. Whatever's coming tomorrow can wait. Thoughts might still be buzzing around in your head. That's all right. Don't fight them. Just notice them, like clouds drifting by. Let them float off. You don't need to hold on to anything right now. 5. This moment is yours. Nobody needs you. Nothing needs doing. There's nowhere to be. Nothing to achieve. Just this. Just rest. You've earned it. 4. Peace isn't something you have to search for. It's already inside you. Maybe it's sitting quietly in your chest, or somewhere in the back of your mind. Wherever it is, it's there, waiting. And tonight, you might just feel it. 3. Take a second to feel grateful, if you can, for the roof over your head, for the warmth, for being able to lie here and listen, for the people who care about you. You're loved. Even if you don't always feel it, you are. 2. Picture something incredibly dull now. A gray building, rain streaking down the windows. A sign that says, "Library," in the most boring font imaginable. Everything about it screams monotony, and that's exactly where we're going. 1. Let go completely now. Sink all the way down. And let's begin. It's another drizzly Tuesday in a town where nothing much happens. Ever. The kind of place where excitement means the corner shop gets a new crisp flavor, and right in the middle of this forgettable little town sits the most boring library you've ever seen. Honestly, if Boredom had a headquarters, this would be it. The rain's been falling steadily all morning, tapping away at the tall windows like it's got nowhere better to be. Inside, it's silent, except for that gentle patter. The air smells faintly of old books and furniture polish. The carpet's a sort of brownish gray that was probably chosen specifically because it does unshow stains or personality. Standing behind the main desk is the librarian. She's got a name, of course, but it's so unremarkable I can't even bring myself to say it. So let's just call her the librarian. She's standing there with her hands resting lightly on the counter. Not leaning, not fidgeting, just standing perfectly still. In front of her is a date stamp, a biro chained to the desk, and a small pile of returned books that have already been logged and processed once before. There's not much else to say about her, really. She's wearing sensible shoes, sensible clothes, and a sensible expression. The kind of person who looks like they've never had a spontaneous thought in their life. The rain keeps falling. Outside, a bloke walks past with an umbrella. Another one walks past without. Neither of them seems particularly bothered. The librarian glances at the clock on the wall. It's 4 minutes past 9. She checks again from a slightly different angle. Justo bisure still 9. She gives a tiny nod. Not because anything important has been confirmed, just because time is doing what it's supposed to. The door opens. A man steps inside, closing it carefully behind him. Too carefully, actually, because it doesn't quite click shut. He opens it again and closes it properly this time. He takes off his coat, holds it for a moment, like he's deciding what to do with it, then drapes it over his arm. He walks towards the desk, holding a book he's finished reading. The librarian watches him approach. She doesn't smile yet. She waits until he's the right distance away. "Morning," he says quietly. "Morning," she replies. After a pause that feels measured, he places the book down gently. It lands flat. The librarian picks it up, flips it open to the back, checks the date slip even though she already knows it's not overdue, and stamps it anyway. The stamp makes a satisfying thunk. The book is officially done. The man thanks her quietly and leaves without saying anything else. The door clicks shut on the first try this time. The librarian notes this. She stands there for a moment longer, just in case he comes back. He doesn't. She adjusts the stack of returned books so the edges line up perfectly. There are 4 of them. She presses them together once, then again a bit harder, making sure they stay aligned. Then she moves the stack to her left, where returned books live before they're processed properly, even though these ones have already been processed. The librarian dressed exactly how you'd expect someone in her position to dress. There's no written dress code, but if there were, she'd already be following it. She's standing with her weight evenly distributed between both feet. This is deliberate. She once leaned more on her left foot and noticed immediately. She corrected it and hasn't done it since. Her posture's upright, but not stiff. Stiffness would suggest she's expecting something to happen. Instead, she's adopted a posture that allows for the possibility of something happening without actually inviting it. Behind her stretch rows and rows of shelves. They don't call out to you. They don't tempt you. They're just there. The books are arranged according to a system that makes perfect sense once someone explains it to you, and absolutely no sense whatsoever before that. They're organized by subject first, then by subsubject, then by some additional mysterious logic known only to the librarian. She takes into account thickness, binding quality, and whether a book just feels like it should be closer to the end of the row. There's a whole section labeled Local Matters. It's filled with books about roads that got roads that were discussed but never touched, and roads that were resurfaced and then promptly returned to their original terrible state. Another section is dedicated entirely to committees, not committees in general, mind you. Specific ones. Each book is a record of meetings where people decided to postpone other meetings. Some of them have appendices explaining why the appendices exist in the first place. The fiction section's been kept deliberately small, just in case anyone gets ideas. The sign above it says stories, which is a compromise. Originally it said narrative works, but that confused people. There's one novel about a bloke who alphabetizes his shed. Another one follows a woman who thinks about making a phone call and then decides to do it tomorrow. Spoiler alert. Tomorrow never comes. There's even a mystery novel, but the mystery's administrative. A form goes missing. It's later found exactly where it should have been all along. The book's 389 pages long. The librarian knows every single one of these books, not because she's read them, but because she's handled them. She remembers how heavy they are. She remembers which ones lean slightly to the left when you shelve them. She remembers which ones give you mild wrist strain. At 10:02, she notices a book on the middle shelf, sticking out by about a centimeter. She walks over. She pushes it back. She waits. It stays put, problem solved. She returns to the desk. She resumes her position. She checks the clock. Time still moving forward as expected. At 10:11, one of the regulars arrives. He enters the way regulars do, without hesitation, but also without any real enthusiasm. The door opens, closes, and doesn't need reopening. That's how the librarian knows. It's him. He walks straight to his usual table, pauses beside it, and pulls the chair back by exactly the same amount he did yesterday. He sits down and places his bag on the floor to the right of his foot. Not touching it, but close enough to show he's keeping an eye on it. The librarian doesn't look up straight away. She doesn't need to. She waits until the sound of the chair settling confirms everything's normal. Then she glances up briefly, just enough to register that all is as it should be. The man takes a book out of his bag. It's already wrapped in clear plastic. Even though that's not required, he places it on the table, lines it up with the edge, then adjusts it again because the table edge isn't perfectly straight. He opens the book to a page marked with a small slip of paper. It's not a proper bookmark. It's a receipt from several years ago. He reads one paragraph, stops, rereads it, then flips back a page to check something. Whatever he's checking satisfies him. Et carrier son. At 14 minutes past 10, he clears his throat. It's not a request for attention. It's just an adjustment. The librarian hears it and doesn't respond. This is correct. A second person comes in at 19 minutes past 10. She's not a regular yet, but she might become one. She hesitates just inside the door, reading all the signs carefully. She reads the first one twice. Then she approaches the desk, already holding her library card out in front of her, like she might need to prove who she is, just for standing there. She places it down, then picks it up again to rotate it, so the name's facing the librarian. I was just wondering, she says quietly, if you had anything on filing. The librarian doesn't answer straight away. She's considering which kind of filing the woman means. Physical filing. Digital filing. Maybe the woman doesn't even know herself. Yes, the librarian says eventually. She doesn't say anything else. The woman waits. The regular turns a page. The rain carries on outside. Somewhere in the building, a radiator makes a sound that doesn't repeat itself. The librarian walks around the desk. She doesn't gesture for the woman to follow. The woman follows anyway. They stop at a shelf that looks exactly like all the others. The librarian pulls out 3 books. She looks at the woman. These are quite thorough, she says. The woman nods. That's exactly what she was hoping for. The book's called Filing Systems, a Practical Overview. The title's printed in a sensible font. There's no subtitle. The cover's a shade of blue that suggests reliability without any hint of optimism. It's not glossy, it doesn't catch the light. The woman carries it over to a table and sets it down carefully, as if it might slide off if she's not cautious. It doesn't. She opens it to the first page, then closes it again to check the contents page first. That feels more responsible. The contents page lists 12 chapters. None of them sound urgent. Chapter 1's called Why We File. It's 4 pages long. The woman reads the first sentence twice. It explains that filing exists to organize documents. This confirms what she suspected. She carries on. The paper's slightly thick. Each page makes a controlled sound when turned. She turns one page, then another. The margins are generous, leaving room for notes that will never be written. Every paragraph ends exactly where it should. There's a diagram on page 7. It shows a filing cabinet. The drawers are labeled. The labels are examples. The woman studies the diagram longer than necessary, just in case it contains advice beyond the obvious. It doesn't, but she appreciates the effort anyway. A boxed section titled Common Mistakes appears. She slows down. The mistakes include putting items in the wrong folder and not labeling folders. Clearly, she notes onset. She's avoided both of these in the past and feels quietly justified. By page 14, the book introduces alphabetical order. This is explained carefully. Starting with A, the explanation continues through several letters to make sure everything's clear. There's a footnote. The footnote clarifies something that didn't really need clarifying. The woman pauses to adjust the book so it's square with the table. She carries on reading. The regular at the other table turns a page at roughly the same moment. Neither of them notices. Later in the chapter, there's a subsection on consistency. This is underlined in the book. but not by her. She reads it slowly. The word consistency appears several times. Each time it means the same thing. She reaches the end of the chapter and doesn't rush into the next one. She rests her hands on either side of the book and considers whether to continue now or later. She continues now. Outside, the rain keeps its steady rhythm. Inside, the book explains in further detail how papers can be kept in order, and the woman reads on, satisfied that nothing unexpected's about to happen. By late morning, the library settles into its most dependable rhythm. Pages turn at regular intervals. The radiator makes a second sound, similar to the first, but not identical. The librarian notes the difference and decides it doesn't need any action. At 43 minutes past 11, she processes the returned books properly. Each one's checked, stamped, and placed on the trolley. The trolley's pushed halfway down the first aisle, stopped, and then pushed the rest of the way. This avoids unnecessary momentum. The regular leaves at 6 minutes past 12. He packs his bag carefully, checking the floor to make sure nothing's been dropped, even though nothing ever is. He nods to the librarian. She nods back. This exchange confirms that both parties are satisfied with the morning. Lunch passes quietly. The librarian eats at the desk, using a napkin to protect the book she's reading, which is about regional parking policies. She doesn't finish the chapter. This is intentional. The afternoon brings one more visitor. They ask where the toilets are. The librarian explains, including the turn that doesn't look like a turn. The visitor thanks her and returned 5 minutes later to say they found them. This is appreciated. At 28 minutes past 3, the woman with the filing book checks it out. The librarian stamps the date carefully, making sure it aligns perfectly within the box. The woman thanks her twice, once out of instinct and once for accuracy. At 47 minutes past 4, chairs are pushed in by people who didn't sit in them. Books are returned to exact positions. The librarian walks the length of the room, stopping once to adjust a book that's already straight. At 59 minutes past 4, she turns the sign on the door to closed. She checks it. She checks it again from outside. It's correct. The lights go off in sequence. The library becomes just a room again. The books remain where they are, waiting to explain themselves tomorrow. The most boring library in the world has completed another day, offering quiet, order, and absolutely nothing memorable at all. And just like that library, you've reached the end. Time to let go completely now. Drift off into the quiet, into the stillness. You've earned your rest. Sleep well, my friend. Sleep well. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your night. May you find deep peace and restful sleep. Wishing you the sweetest dreams. If you liked it, please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.